Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Heavy spring snows are likely to develop across northern New York State and spread into central to northern New England as the second area of low pressure deepens along the mid-Atlantic and New England coasts. Snowfall totals of 6 to 18 inches are expected across northern New York, much of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, as well as portions of Massachusetts. To the south of the areas of heavy snow, heavy rains are expected along ahead of the cold front, forecast to sweep eastward through the Ohio and Tennessee valleys and across much of the eastern seaboard from the mid-Atlantic into Florida. Closer to home, drier weather, light afternoon breezes, and warmer temperatures ahead through tomorrow. The weekend remains largely dry. Breezy winds will be seen on Friday, remaining breezy overnight, becoming windy on Saturday. Afternoon breezes continue Sunday, possibly becoming windy again on Monday afternoon, and that's when precipitation chances return to the forecast. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The Roadrunner Mobile Food Pantry opens to Alamogordo Public School families and staff today at 2:30 at the Reiner Steinhoff Soccer Complex parking lot. There is a one-box limit per household. Alamogordo Animal Control is hosting a special $40 pet adoption event the month of April. Whether you're looking for a playful pup or a cuddly kitten, there's a variety of lovable animals just waiting to meet you. For more information about this event or anything else, please call 575-439-4330 or stop by Alamogordo Animal Control at 2910 North Florida. This Friday begins the Sacramento Mountains Wildfire Academy. I spoke with Sandy Kirchenman.
Well, we offer classes for our firefighters so that they can be better prepared for the wildfire season that's coming. They offer beginner classes, so if you've never done anything with wildfire fighting, we offer a class for that. We are offering also this year 2 community classes. So one is basic CPR AED, and then the other one is chainsaws, chainsaw safety. And so those are free to the community.
The website for more information is smwa-cloudcroft.com. The film First We Bombed New Mexico will be shown this Sunday in Las Cruces. If you like, a bus will be traveling from Tularosa to Cruces to take you at no charge. I spoke with Paul Pino of the Tularosa Basin Downwinders Consortium.
At 11 a.m. at the Community Center at 1050 North Bookout Road in Tularosa, New Mexico. And we're going to have a 56-passenger bus that has a bathroom. You can bring your beverages and food. And so it's going to be real comfortable, and it's free.
Movie tickets are around $10 and will not be sold at the door.
And you can find them at the Las Cruces International Film Festival website.
For more information, call or text Paul Pino, 505-459-4112. The Republican Party of Otero County presents the Taxpayers Ball. That's spelled B-A-W-L. Vice Chair Josh Beasley had this to say.
We have a huge event coming up on April 13th. We're calling it the Taxpayers Ball, as in crying ball. And we are going to have a guest speaker, former senior advisor to President Trump. Tana Gortz is going to be our keynote speaker, and we're going to have a chili cook-off. Bring in your best chili, and whoever's voted the best chili, they get a great prize. And we're going to do a cake auction as well. Whoever's cake goes for the highest price, they're going to get a prize as well. We got some great prizes lined up. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be April 13th, starting at 4 p.m. at the Elks Lodge.
For more information, check out the Republican Party of Otero County Facebook page. The Otero County Cooperative Extension Service presents the Kitchen Creation Diabetes Cooking Classes in the month of April. I spoke with Kelly Knight.
Well, the classes will be every Thursday afternoon in April. We'll start at 4 o'clock. We'll take about 3 hours. It'll go to about 7 o'clock. And the format of the class is learning with a registered dietitian who does a lot of the teaching. And we talk about how to manage diabetes, blood sugar levels through meal planning. We talk about carbohydrate serving sizes. We talk about how to plan food groups for the management of blood sugar levels.
The classes will take place every Thursday evening from 4 until 7 at the Extension office throughout the month of April. Classes are free, but seating is limited. For more information, 575-437-0231 or kitchencreations.nmsu.edu. The Sidney Paul Shooting Range presents Women on Target. I spoke with Mark Douglas.
The Women on Target clinic that we put on will be April the 13th. This is an introduction to handgun shooting. The participants range from age 9 to 87. That's the spread that we've had as far as ages go. $25 per person. That gets them a 2.5-hour lecture with our Chief Range Safety Officer, Chelsea Zimmerman.
For more information, 575-443-9006. The Alamogordo Public School System is preparing for the preschool roundup on April 24th. We had a word with Donna Dupree.
So we are rounding up kids for next year, for the school year, because we need to fill all our slots for our 4-year-old program for next year.
What do parents need to know about the program?
So it's free, but there is limited slots because we're funded through a grant. And so the sooner they get in and get their spot, the more of a chance they'll get to be able to have their child attend next year.
Details are available by calling 575-812-5525. Keep Alamogordo Beautiful is planning to clean up the Hoosier Ball Field on April 6th. I spoke with Patty Christmas.
So we will be having a beautification event on April 6th, and we are going to take care of the back side of the ball field. So we will be doing some painting where the dugouts are at, as well as debris and litter pickup behind the park, which is where the park meets the desert. Usually there's a lot of plastic that collects back there. So we're just going to go out there and take care of that.
What do people need to bring?
So we will be providing all materials. The only thing people would need to bring is sunscreen, comfortable clothes to paint or clean in, and a generous spirit.
Again, that's on April 6th from 9 to 2. See keepalamogordobeautiful.org for details. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Jeremy Smith, the man accused of killing New Mexico State Police Officer Justin Hare, will continue to be held in federal custody. Smith is accused of killing Hare last month west of Tucumcari. Smith, who has a lengthy criminal history, is also a person of interest in the death of a paramedic in South Carolina. He's facing 10 years to life in prison on firearm charges. Federal prosecutors are also considering the death penalty for a carjacking resulting in a death charge. Yesterday, a federal judge agreed to keep him in custody due to his criminal history of violence. Central Elementary School in Belen recently had a new heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system installed. Yesterday, 2 fire departments responded to an unknown odor at the school. The school was evacuated. Superintendent Lawrence Sanchez spoke with KRQE.
We decided to be better safe than sorry, evacuate the students. They came and checked it out. We had a bunch of fire trucks here. First, they felt it would be safe to re-enter the building. They didn't see anything. But a few students, 3 students and 1 staff member started experiencing symptoms that made them say we better not let them back in. 60 students were medically assessed. 3 were transported to the hospital. It's not known if the new HVAC system is related to that odor. The New Mexico Gas Company investigated for other possible gas leaks, but they did not find any. At last report, it's currently unknown where the odor was or where it was from. In-person classes will resume today. The Cannabis Control Division is facing a new lawsuit as the New Mexico cannabis manufacturer, Farmers LLC, is suing the state agency over a recent recall of some of their products. The manufacturer's attorney, Jacob Candelaria, is calling the recent recall unlawful. He says the state didn't follow their own rules when issuing the recall a little more than 2 weeks ago.
Candelaria spoke with KOB.
The products that are being recalled were manufactured by my clients in the fall of 2022. At that time, these products passed every single applicable pesticide and other test mandated by the state of New Mexico. Fast forward almost a year later, a third-party cannabis retailer submitted one of the products to a testing laboratory for a voluntary, quote-unquote, shelf life test. That test identified the presence of a pesticide called malathion.
Malathion is neither listed as one of the state's prohibited pesticides, nor is it on the list of approved pesticides.
At no time since 2022, and even sitting here today, has the Cannabis Control Division issued a rule or regulation that's been subject to notice and comment about adding malathion to the list of pesticides that must be tested for.
The state's rules around cannabis testing allows labs to test for other pesticides and then report those findings to the Cannabis Control Division. But Candelaria argues the state is not allowed to issue recalls based on those voluntary tests. The lawsuit is now asking a judge to stop the recall and for the CCD to publish a retraction. The CCD released a statement which reads, "One of the division's top priorities is protecting public health and safety, and the March 22, 2024 notice was issued to notify the public about cannabis products that contained potentially harmful contaminants." Even though the CCD is a relatively new entity in the state, Candelaria says that's no excuse, and a state agency should follow their own rules. Malathion has been used in the United States since 1956, but is recognized to be a carcinogen in the state of California. New Mexico election officials violated public disclosure provisions of the National Voter Registration Act by refusing to provide voter rolls to a conservative group and their public online database. That's according to the Albuquerque-based U.S. District Court Judge James Browning. Browning mostly sided with the Voter Reference Foundation and their efforts to expand a free database of registered voters so that groups and individuals can take it upon themselves to try and find potential irregularities or fraud. Election officials in multiple states and privacy advocates have raised alarms about a push by several conservative groups to gain access to state voter rolls, saying the list could find their way into the hands of a malicious actor and that voters could become disenfranchised through intimidation, possibly by canceling their registrations in order to avoid public disclosure of their home address and party affiliation. New Mexico election law bans the publication of voter registration data. It restricts the use of the data to political campaigning and non-commercial government purposes. But Browning ruled that system severely burdens the circulation of voter data among the public and violates federal disclosure requirements. New Mexico Secretary of State Maggie Toulouse-Oliver is expected to appeal the order. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 12 games for Mexico softball today, including Ruidoso at Mescalero. 6 games for Mexico baseball, including Socorro at Silver. Tularosa Municipal Schools would like to inform you that the date for the track 5K Run Walk event has been changed to April 27th. Please mark this new date on your calendars. Despite the change, the start time remains the same, 9 a.m. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 70, low tonight of 43, high tomorrow, 76. In Cloudcroft, sunny today, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 24 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 48, low tonight of 30, high tomorrow, 54 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.